Hey, before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more real, raw stories like this, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you do in this situation. It started with a message that made my chest tighten. I was on the couch, scrolling through my phone when her text came through. Hey, just so you know, my ex is coming to the party tonight. Don't freak out. I blinked, reread it, blinked again. My mind tried to process it, but all I could feel was a hollow sort of calm. Most people would have reacted, maybe with anger, maybe with panic, but I just sat there. I typed back something simple. Okay? She called almost immediately. Her voice was sharp, anxious, like she was bracing for a storm. Are you mad? She asked. Not really, I said, keeping my voice steady. Just curious why he's invited. There was silence on the other end. Then a sigh. It's complicated, she murmured. He wanted to say hi. I couldn't say no. I didn't press. I didn't scream. I didn't accuse. I just nodded, though she couldn't see me. I had learned something over the years. People show their true selves not through declarations, but through small, repeated actions. The party arrived, and I followed her inside, smiling, shaking hands, chatting. She glowed under the soft lights, laughing, clearly relieved that I wasn't angry. I felt the sting of that relief, not because I wanted to punish her, but because I realized a mask was already slipping. Then I saw him, her ex taller than I remembered, confident, with that careless charm that had once swept her off her feet. He approached her with that smile, and she leaned and laughed at something he said. My gut twisted, but still calm. I didn't shout. I didn't storm out. I watched. Later, she slipped away to take a phone call. I stayed, observing her subtle gestures, the way her hand lingered on the small of his back, the way her eyes lit up at his jokes. Something about it didn't sit right. It was over the next few days that the unease grew. Missed calls she couldn't explain. Messages she locked to quickly when I walked into the room. Tiny secrets that suddenly felt enormous. I questioned myself at first. Was I imagining things? Paranoid? But deep down, I knew the truth had its shadow before it fully appeared. Then, the night I found the messages, I was looking for something mundane. A receipt, maybe, and her phone lit up on the counter. One glance, one small swipe, and there it was. Conversations with him that went beyond casual. Late-night texts hidden in drafts. Messages erased from her main inbox. Words like, I miss this. Can't wait to see you again. Stabbed into me like icy knives. I felt everything at once. Rage, betrayal, disbelief, but still calm. I didn't yell. I didn't confront her immediately. I needed to see clearly. When she returned, I waited until she sat down across from me, curling her hands around a cup of tea, oblivious to the storm in my mind. I know, I said softly. Her eyes went wide. Know what? I know about him. The texts, the calls, the lies. Her face went pale. She tried to form words, but none came out. And in that silence, I saw the full weight of our history, the good, the bad, and the betrayal she tried to hide. I didn't mean for it to get like this, she finally whispered. I never wanted to hurt you. And I believed her. Part of me always would. But belief doesn't erase hurt, and love doesn't fix deception. I'm not angry, I said. I'm disappointed, and tired pretending I don't know. We talked for hours that night. Not about forgiveness, not about reconciliation, but about truth, about boundaries broken, about trust lost. She admitted her feelings for him had never fully disappeared, and I admitted I'd been too blind, too trusting, maybe even too naive. In the quiet hours afterward, I made my choice. Not to lash out, not to plead, but to walk away with my dignity intact, carrying lessons that would shape the rest of my life. The hardest part wasn't leaving her. It was leaving the version of us I loved. The dreams, the laughter, the quiet Sundays. But the truth, as painful as it was, demanded clarity. The next day, I packed my things. She stood at the doorway, eyes full of tears, tried to reach me, but I didn't look back. I felt an unexpected lightness, like I had shed a heavy coat I didn't even know I was wearing. And as I stepped outside, the morning air crisp and clean against my skin, I realized something. Heartbreak isn't always about anger or revenge. Sometimes it's about reclaiming yourself from the people who couldn't honor you. Sometimes calm is the most devastating response of all. So, if you've ever loved someone who betrayed your trust, I want you to know this. You deserve honesty and you deserve peace. And sometimes the strongest reaction is the one that surprises everyone. Quiet, measured, unshakable. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button and tell me in the comments, would you stay or walk away? I'd love to read your thoughts.